Yo, haha, Milk said.
What is good, YouTube? Your boy Milk coming back with another sneaker review, and I am so excited because the Nike Space Hippie, I have the 4 Series Volt, came today. And if you see my video before, I just covered the Air Jordan 1 Low Smoke Rays. Go check out that video. But this video is different. Why is it different? Because it's the first of its kind, at least on this channel. Not many people actually have the shoe yet, or you're probably just getting the shoe for those that actually hit on the sneakers app. There's a reason why this shoe sold out, and I'm going to tell you why. A lot of people, they didn't like it, because of the colorway. The silhouette's not really appealing unless you got the Space Hippie 3s and people wanted to try that on. I specifically went after the Volt Space Hippie 4s. And the reason why I did that is because when you look at this screen right here, you see that they released a crimson version, like a crimson colorway version of the Space Hippie 1, 2, 3, and even 4. And even though it was a women's exclusive, it still expanded to men's sizes. So when they came out with the Volt Space Hippie 4, I felt like that shoe should have been released in the new setup series, at least the colorway that's going to be released in July 16th. So you get a second chance to get one of the Space Hippie 1, 2, 3 if you didn't get the whole Space Hippie crimson colorway in the first release. So at least there's a Volt release that's coming up, and I felt like the Volt that I have right now should have been a part of that release that's going to be releasing July 16th. Stick with me here. So keep in mind, before we get into the shoe, when you get this shoe, the box will come like this. You're going to have to basically kind of cut through. I already did this. You have to cut carefully through this. I'm saying this for people that plan on reselling the Space Hippie 3s. Let me actually just come up a little bit closer. You have to cut into this. This is a personal pair, so I'm keeping it. Cut into this side, and then basically you have to cut. Make sure my information ain't showing, you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure you cut right here, and then also cut right here, because it's going to open up basically just like this, just like that, right? And the box itself, you can see right there, personal pair size 12.5. Now keep in mind, if you are using anything like StockX, GOAT, I'm not sure about SneakerCon, but eBay, they're going to require you to double box this box because the box itself is the actual shoe box. Normally, we see a shoe box, you get the shoe box, and then the box that it's actually sent in, so you get a double boxing, but you don't get that with these Space Hippies. They actually come, the whole box itself, as Nike's trying to transition to a greater environment, a cleaner environment, they wanted to reduce the amount of trash being used in order to ship the shoe. So their idea was, let's just make the box itself, the actual shoe box, cut down on emissions. But anyway, let's get into the whole shoe. You can see right here, I'm actually turning this around without exposing my information. You know what I'm saying? And let me just take this off right now. I don't want no peeping toms. And I will say this, it is kind of hard to actually come off the sticker. So you have to keep in mind that I don't know how that's going to affect people's resale. But when you're trying to take the Nike sticker, the stuff that has the information on the box, it's going to be kind of difficult. So you got to keep that in mind. I don't know what the conditions are. That's why I kind of got this shoe with the intent of actually wearing it versus reselling it. And it's going to be hard. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be hard because it's going to have your name and stuff like that on the box. And we all know how people are with the shoe boxes, but hey, it is what it is. Now, I think I took just enough so people can't see too much. But just in case, let me just tear this out here. I just want to make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're not seeing too much. All right, so that should do it anyway. All right, so let's get into the shoe. The box basically, yeah, as I was saying, it just folds up, move up a little bit. And it just requires you to, it's like a pull tab. It just requires you to pull back, and it's going to look exactly like this. And you can see the design, Space Hippie right there. And it is Nike Trash Transform. Of course, you can see right there, it does say Nike 010203, and there's a reason why you don't see 04, because from what I read, it was kind of, the release was supposed to be 3. And then they went out and did the 4. You can see the shoe right here. So, it's all good. But I do like the design. I like what they're doing. Again, it's kind of like a hippie environment, actually, right? All love. You want to take care of the air. Captain Planet, just something like that. Well, let's just take this shoe out. I'm gonna take the first shoe out, and I can feel it already, and it feels so good. I'm gonna make a prediction. Actually, I'm gonna make a comparison with this shoe, and I'm gonna compare it to the Yeezy 350. For those that don't know, Yeezy 350 has that whole Yeezy boost. People will say it's comfortable, it's nice. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be like, people are gonna not like me by the end of this video. I'm not to say you're gonna get pitchforks and want to kill me, but what I'm saying is that you may or may not agree with what I'm about to say, but unless you actually have the shoe in hand to actually review, stuff is flying all over the place. It's gonna give you a change of stickers all over the place. Hopefully I'm gonna change the mindset by the time I'm done. So this is the Nike Hippie 4 series. Now let's just start with the bottom. Now I see like a turquoise design, and I know that they call this the crater foam, I should say, at the bottom of the shoe. It's kind of like a midsole that's constructed with recycled Nike turbo rubber, or whatever they wanted to call it. And different types of, just think of different types of rubber material, compacted, heated, molded, and that's how they came out with the construction of this. And actually, you're probably going to see a video right here of them demoing how they actually compacted this together. And I think that this is so dope. And what people don't see on the 4s, see that little Nike check that's on the back? I felt like that. I like how they did the branding of their design, in spite of what they did in order to get the whole molding of different types of like rubber, just putting it together and making it one shoe. I do like the fact that on the inside of this shoe, they have that ZoomX technology, the same thing you would see on the Vapor Max, and part of it was used to make this shoe. And I'm pretty sure it's the Space Hippies 3, 2, and 1, as well as the 4. That's crazy. And then of course you got the whole space yarn on the top. This, from what I read, is 85% polyester, and it's made with recycled material with that includes glass, paper products, and quite frankly, it's a smart move by Nike, because when you think about it, they're paying for the materials to make all these shoes, these Jordans and everything. As I'm still seeing a sticker on the ground. Sorry, this is bothering me. I had to get rid of this. But anyway, you still see like the material that they get, and when they're making your Jordans, when they're making your Nikes, all the standard stuff. But what happens to the material, the excess material, when they're done building the shoe? They just throw it out. So what they did was the whole inspiration for the Space Hippie shoe. When you go to Mars, and I'm saying when you go to Mars, like you actually go to Mars, but if you're at Mars, you know that you are in a location that most people aren't, right? Your resources are limited, so you got to make the best with what you have in terms of the resources. You got to make the best of what you got in order to do something. It's not like you got a Home Depot down the street in Mars that you can go to. So that was the whole concept behind making this shoe. Find the limited resources that we already have and try to construct a shoe that fits comfortable to your foot. Now, keep in mind, I love the fact that the whole engineering concept behind this, and I like the pull tab that's on the back. I don't know if you can see that right there, that whole Nike pull tab. It does remind me of, and I keep bringing this up, but the Yeezy 350 pull tab. I don't know where they got the inspiration. I'm not trying to make accusations, but the idea behind the Space Hippie and the Yeezy 350, I don't know. What do you think? I'm just saying. But I will say this: this is definitely a lot lighter, excuse me, than this. It feels. This is the part where I was talking about. You guys gonna get that pitchfork. It feels. This feels lighter, feels more comfortable than the Yeezy 350. I said it. Now, if you don't believe me, if you get a chance to try out these shoes, you either gonna disagree or maybe agree. I'm hoping you agree. I hope you agree, because I've never had a shoe this light and feels so comfortable. So going back to the shoe itself, they decided to use your regular standard laces, and I like that they included the hoop, like different types of hoops that you can kind of interchange the lacing webbing in. And then you got the whole Volt Nike that just, it's all stitched. And keep in mind, in the construction of this shoe, this is pretty much stitched. No glue was used to make any of the Space Hippie 1, 2, 3, or 4 series. No glue. I could put a black light on if I actually, yeah, I could put a black light on, but you're not going to see the glue stains that you're accustomed to seeing on your standard Jordan, your standard Nikes in order to put this thing together. They literally tried to make this whole shoe presentation eco-friendly. I'll put it that way. They tried their best. And like I said, the fact that they were able to take all the resource, accessories, all that stuff, and just put a shoe together, this is where Nike was just innovating greatness. Because again, this is what I was trying to get to. The fact that you're able to use recycled materials, it's a win-win, right? So you're helping to prevent the whole pollution, as you want to say it, but at the same time, the same materials that they're using to build this stuff, they're reusing it to make more shoes, which technically can make more money. We saw what happened, at least in the United States, we saw what happened with these Space Hippies, and they all sold out. Space Hippie 1, 2, 3, 4. I heard people say, I want to go get the Space Hippie 3s. You can see right here. I wanted to get the Space Hippie 1s, and those I figured was going to sell like hotcakes. These didn't take a while, but they were starting to sell out fast as soon as the third one was not available and the first version was not available. This, I secretly wanted this one because I felt like this was a better colorway. When you see this up close and personal, it's going to change your mind. And then when you put it on feet, it's really going to change your mind. And I think you will agree that this shoe, the Space Hippie 4, at least the Volt series, is more comfortable than the Yeezy 350. I said it. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash for that, but for real, I mean it because I stand behind. I actually tried these on before I got on the camera. That's why it's not really an unboxing. I actually just wanted to show you how it comes straight out the box. So what we're going to do, since I'm talking about the whole on-feet experience, is you're going to see this on feet. It is true to size because unlike the Yeezy 350 where it's narrow to the toe and they tell you to go a size up, this is wide. So when your foot's going to be sitting in there and it's very comfortable. And I think the insole, if I'm not mistaken, when you take it out, it looks like this, right? So black, I think it's black at the top, but on the bottom, right, it's got the bottom foam, and this is pretty thick. It's pretty thick. It's thicker than most insoles that I've seen in a while. Usually you get those insoles that are like real itty bitty thin, but this is actually really thick. And on the, yeah, actually I could actually see part of that Zoom. I don't know if you can see that. The Zoom X technology, that's kind of below this. It actually is below. I can see it, but it's covering it. But most of it is stitched. You can't really see the Zoom X technology unless you really open up the shoe, but of course I ain't doing that. But your boy Magnificent, size 12.5, Nike Space Hippie 04, and actually I like that the finishing touch to this design on the shoe is that also that little mini Volt Nike swoosh at the toe. I think that's pretty dope. Space yarn. If you'd have told me that space yarn and this crater foam and you're gonna put like different types of rubber together to make a midsole and put a shoe together, and I would kind of look at you and be like, what? Especially if I'm a manufacturer. Think about that. A manufacturer that puts together the standard Nike Jordan shoes, and then Nike comes to you and says, hey, by the way, all that excess material you have, we need you to kind of make this. What? But anyway, your boy Magnificent, let's put this on feet so you can see these bad boys in action.
Perfect. Perfect.